Hello fans, and welcome to another beautiful day at Sophia Kamau's kitchen. Today I'm gonna show you how to make a very simple fish stew. And since it's summer, I can open my windows and doors, and when I cook my fish, after the end of it, all the smell is gone. So it's the perfect time now to show you how to make a stewed fish. Here I do have 2 tilapia fish. I will show you how to wash it well and how to trim it. And then I do have a half bunch of cilantro, 3 small, or you can call them medium tomatoes, 1 medium onion, 3 cloves of garlic, and I like my seasoning salt, which tastes like barbecue flavor, and that's about it. To start cleaning my fish, it is all gutted, scaled and cleaned, but sometimes they miss. So you just run your knife, and I am using a small knife and making sure there's nothing. And sometimes over here at the front, you see the scales are jumping here. So there was missed. So you do that with the knife, and under these gills or the fins, I don't know what it is, yeah. And over here at the head, see, I have some pieces missed. So you go like that, and careful because we have these prickly things not to hurt you. And then you go there again, and that is good for that. So I'll put my knife down here, and I will run water. And yes, now it feels all smooth. The next thing I do, it's under here. This thing I like when I deep fry my fish, I like eating, but this thing is really slimy and yucky. You can see all that blood or whatever substance that comes there like mucus. So we need to wash it. I know many people do not wash, but look at that. So we go again to my tap, and I run water, and gently, even just the way the water is hitting is removing it. That slimy substance there. You take it out like that, and you can even see the difference. That is kind of pinkish and clean, and this other side, look at the color difference. That is yucky and dirty. So as you can see again, down there, that's the stuff coming out. So we need to flush it out. I just do that, and it's all clean now. Okay, so sometimes if you want, you can break that part out and just remove it, that hard part, so your fish can be deep fried in there very well. And then I can also take this and just twist it. I just twist it and then break that part out, so it's all clean. Look how clean it is now. And the next part I go, it's inside here. It's black, as you can see. I need to wash it properly, and sometimes I even go more and cut through, but I'll show you. Let's go one step at a time. So after that is rinsed. The fish is all clean. That's why I like making my own fish, so that I can really clean it properly. Okay, I have cleaned. Look, it's all clean. If you want, you can go deeper into there. There's a hollow part in there, which sometimes it has blood, and I like really ripping it apart. You can see in there. So I will just run my hands through there and rinse. Since I like experimenting with the foods and stuff, so I just go ahead, and I figured, look, there's stuff coming inside, so you just remove it and rinse your fish thoroughly. Okay, once that is done, I have cleaned in here and I have cleaned the inside. It's all really good, clean. Can you bring it closer? Closer, the lighting, it's all clean. And then now, I don't like wasting my stew with these gills and fins. I will cut them out. But if you don't have the scissors or the knife to cut, that's fine, because that will take my delicious stew away. And I will cut. These are just extra step. I'm showing you exactly how I do it at my house. And then I will also cut this. And then the tail too. Why should I use it? I don't use it and I don't eat it. So, and here too, all this will take away my good stew. If I was just deep frying, it doesn't matter, but also it takes room in the pot if you need to put them and cook them very well. So I like trimming, and it's all trimmed. Then I go the next part. I need to make some incisions so that I can add some salt into the fish and flavor it, or whatever you have to add. Not too deep and not too shallow, but something so that the salt can go in. I'll put 4 incisions on one side, and then the other side too. I'll do incision here all the way, and then another incision here. Oh, that was too deep. And another one and another one. Okay, so I showed you how to go about cleaning your fish. So I'll clean the other one, and then we will have it ready for deep frying before we make a stew. So before I finish cleaning my second fish, I'll have to heat up canola oil or any cooking oil so that we can use it for deep frying our fish. So our oil is here, just enough for your fish. I'll go on ahead and start my stove, and by the time I finish cleaning my second fish, my oil will be ready. Now that I have my fish all cleaned and the vegetables prepared, so I will show you how I season my fish. So I also added a tablespoon of tomato paste to give my fish that thick and vibrant color, because the fresh tomatoes that I pureed will not give that bright red color, but I just want to add 1 tablespoon. So for my fish, if you do not have time, you have to pat your fish dry with a towel to reduce splattering on the stove. You pat it inside and outside, but if you have time, you can season it and keep it for some time, and then you can cook, and by that time there will be no water to splatter in the stove or in the deep frying process. After I do that, now I will take my seasoning salt and I will just put it through the cuts here. I'll just try and see it go in the cuts, and on the other side, the other fish the same way. And inside too. And then I will just rub it in, and here to make sure it goes there and it's spread all over. And over here too, the same, it goes all in there. And inside too. There's some that has spilled here. I will just have to put it in there, and if it's not enough, I will just add. And there, my fish is done, and now it's ready for deep frying. So now is that time to start deep frying my fish, and for me, I can just take like this and throw it there. But for those who are beginning or trying this recipe, you have to have a long, thing that to help you so that you don't burn yourself. And as you can see, I patted my fish dry, so still it will be a splattering sound, but it won't be as dangerous if I didn't pat it dry. There you go. My oil is really hot enough, and if you think it's too hot, I will turn off the stove for now to control it. We don't want it burning on the top as it is not cooked inside. So if you have room to cook the two fish, you go ahead and add both fish, but for me, I'll do one at a time. So now 5 minutes cooking one side. You can cook for less, but I want mine to cook very well. You just use your handy hand helper and flip the fish to the other side. You have to be very careful. And there, I flipped it. So this is like a hand extension that will help you not to burn. So see, it is really well fried on one side, and now we give this other side a 5 minutes, and then we will take it out. So when my oil stopped bubbling too much, I turned on my stove again. Just I was controlling the heat, and now this is good medium heat to fry my fish. So another 5 minutes, and then we'll take it out. 5 minutes are up, and now I use my tongs again, as I say, my hand extension, to remove this. And here I have a paper towel ready and a ball to put this in there. So I have to be careful, and I like putting it facing down, so all the oil, if it went inside, to be draining out. And I will put it there for now to drain. And then I'll take my second fish with my tongs, and I will put it in the oil. There you go. Another 5 minutes, then we flip the other side. So time is up for the second fish, and now I have to take it out. Again, I am lifting it up. I want all the oil, if it went inside this front where it was split, to come out, and I will put it facing down like that to drain. Now that my fish is all fried, I use the same oil. I use 6 tablespoons to use it to fry my onions and give more flavor. So first I will add my onions here, and I will fry them until they are brown, and then we will move to the next stage. Now I'm happy with how my onions have fried. I'm going to add the garlic and just stir it for just about 1 minute so that it does not burn. And once it's well fried and the aromas are lingering, I can add the cilantro. Oh, it's all good now. I'll add the cilantro, as I say. I always like adding cilantro in the beginning when I want full flavor of cilantro into my food. So just a few stars here, and it's all good, and the longer it cooks, the more flavor it will give. I'm going next to add now the tomatoes and the tomato paste. Mix it all together, and I will cover them and wait for them to cook. So I have cooked my tomatoes for 5 minutes now, and this is how it looks like. I like when you puree tomatoes are much better than when you have chunks when you just chop the tomatoes up. So there it is. And now I need to add a little salt to taste, because remember the fish has salt. So I will just put very little salt. You don't have necessarily to use this. If you don't have, you can use your regular salt, but because that's what I use to flavor my fish, that's what I am using. And there, oh my goodness, just with just 3 simple ingredients, it really smells really good already. And now I'm going to add some water. These are 2 cups, so I'll add gradually, because when you put the fish in, it will soak up the stew. So you will put between 1 to 2 cups, how you like it. And for me, I think I'll put all of it and then boil it down a little longer, because I need this stew to boil, and then add my fish. I had my stew simmering for 10 minutes, and this is what I got. It really looks so beautiful. Now it is time to put the fish back in. There. And this other one there. So look at that. And my fish are well fried. That adds extra flavor to the fish than just cooking a raw fish direct there. So that is about it. I can just add the sauce on top. I need to scoop it nicely and add. And just let the fish stew. You can flip it, or you can decide to leave it like this, because when you flip, you have to be very careful not to break the fish. So I will let it simmer another 5 minutes, and it's done. Another 5 minutes simmering, and this is what I have. Doesn't that look so beautiful? It is amazing. It smells really good and perfect. I can't wait to enjoy this with ugali or with rice. It really goes well with it. Now you have seen how I have made it with very, very basic ingredients that everyone might have at home. So you can make it as simple as this. Sometimes less is more, but if you put too many spices, you even lose the flavor of fish, and you're wondering, I'm not enjoying the fish because you put too much flavors. So very basic sometimes is good, but if you wanna spice it up, hey, go ahead and do it. Next time you are invited for a delicious fish, just know how much hard work the person has put into cleaning the fish and cooking it. Remember to like and subscribe and share. Until we meet you again, bye!